Tonight, tackling the big questions. Superior School Board is making plans to safely conduct classes in the fall, the options that are on the table. And let's make a deal. Lawmakers in Minnesota are burning the midnight oil, working to pass statewide police reform. Plus, after weeks of controversy, Duluth City Council votes on the use of the word chief, what the future of the word is in the city.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Mack. Kristen is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. Some big questions addressed tonight as to how the school year may look for students in the Superior School District. Tonight, the school board met to lay out their plans for what the 2020-21 school year could look like. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo listened in on tonight's virtual meeting. Kendall, what does the plan look like?
Tony, the district proposed a hybrid approach for the 2020-2021 school year. This means students will learn online and in the classroom. However, if a spike in cases does happen, there's a backup option. The board has spent roughly a month developing the plan. They conducted a survey and 88% of respondents said they want their children to be able to return to a classroom. The hybrid model means students kindergarten through 5th grade would attend 4 full days of school, with Wednesday being virtual, and middle and high schoolers would attend 2 full days of school. The other 3 would be virtual, and students would be assigned their in-person days. Those who do not wish to attend in-person classes would also have an option to go completely virtual, although they are still refining what that would look like. Should a spike in COVID cases happen, they are prepared to move entirely online. During the meeting, members of the board read public comments. A major concern was the fact that masks would not be mandatory.
Unfortunately, the current proposed mask policy, where masks are encouraged but not mandated, fails to keep students and educators safe. Several studies have demonstrated the importance of wearing masks to slow the spread of COVID-19, and the CDC and Prevention Director Robert Redfield recently said of school reopenings, face coverings are key.
Mask concerns prompted the board to revisit the mask policy, making it mandatory when 6 feet of space is not possible. Policies within the hybrid option can still be adjusted. The point of tonight's meeting was to approve a final set of options. According to the board, the decision of which option they'll choose will happen as we move closer to the school year. Tony, back to you.
Thanks, Kendall. Meanwhile, teachers' unions in Wisconsin's 5 largest school districts are calling for online learning this fall. The letter, sent to Governor Tony Evers and other state health officials today, was signed by union leaders in Milwaukee, Madison, Green Bay, Kenosha, and Racine. They're citing the health and safety of students during the pandemic. Milwaukee and Madison districts have already announced that they plan to start the school year with online instruction only and will reassess later. And let's bring in Dave now for a first look at the weather tonight. Dave, it's almost chilly out there tonight.
Yeah, after a 3-week warm spell, we've got a break in the action. Temperatures tumble today as higher pressure from Canada settled into the region. So let's get a look at today's high temps. The normal is 77, and Moose Lake's about the only town that made that today. Proctor 71, Ashland 71, closer to the lake in Grand Marais only 61. Now thanks to thick cloud cover coming our way, tomorrow's high temperatures may be even cooler than today's, and that latest low pressure system coming our way will displace the high that brought us sunshine today. It'll cloud things up, and we'll have an 80% chance for showers and thunderstorms and potentially heavy rain. So we take a look at our day planner for Tuesday. 30% rain chance in the morning becomes an 80% chance in the afternoon, falling to a 50% chance in the evening. I think a ½ inch to 1.5 inches could fall, and the high temp will only be 67, but that's temporary. By next weekend, we go back close to 90 again, with dew points up, humidity levels high, and more storms on the docket, which we'll show you with the entire 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. The title of chief is staying on the books in the city of Duluth. The city council debated the issue tonight. Many of the councilors said they thought the issue had been handled poorly. They said what should have been a simple title change was blown out of proportion and became a divisive issue. The Indigenous Commission voted in favor of the change. Several councilors agreed. Voting in favor would let the Native community know their voices had been heard. In the end, 8 councilors voted in favor, but Councilor Derek Medved abstained. It needed 9 yes votes to pass. The City Council, however, did unanimously pass tax abatement for Costco, approving a deal to bring the retailer to the city. The $1.3 million abatement will cover infrastructure improvements at the site where Costco plans to build. St. Louis County also needs to pass an abatement. If it goes through, construction is expected to start in the fall. Meanwhile, the Duluth City Council formally accepted $2.2 million in Federal CARES Act money tonight. The money will also be used to address barriers for low and moderate income people. Ben Van Tassel from Duluth's Planning and Economic Development Department says there's a wide variety of projects the money can be used for, including public facility improvements and helping people access health care and other needs they might be experiencing during this time.
Some of the funds will go towards things like helping businesses adapt to a new environment as far as, how to serve up their business.
City leaders will be working on contracts soon, hoping to get the money into the community within the next couple of weeks. Meanwhile, the city of Duluth is facing a lawsuit claiming it skirted the law when appointing election judges for absentee ballots. The group Minnesota Voters Alliance, the state's Republican Party, State Senate candidate Donna Bergstrom, and 3 election judges filed the lawsuit last week. It claimed city staff played an improper role in deciding whether to accept or reject absentee ballots. The city assigns 10 election judges to look over absentee ballots, including checking for signatures and ballot ID numbers. The lawsuit says the city also failed to make sure there were members of both major political parties on the board reviewing the ballots. City reps say they haven't received the court filing yet and can't comment specifically on the case. They did say the city follows federal and state laws when conducting elections. Minnesota health officials have sent warnings to 14 bars and restaurants for allegedly violating the governor's health orders. The warnings were issued to Twin Cities area facilities. It follows 2 weeks of surveillance that looked into more than 900 establishments across the state. Investigators were looking for employees not wearing masks, not social distancing, or ignoring seating capacity rules. Booker Hodges, Assistant Commissioner for the Department of Public Safety, says abiding by the state's orders is all about respect.
Me respecting the businesses out there in terms of patronizing and making sure that we're all out following executive order. It's really important that we do this. And why is it important? This is the only way we're going to get out of this.
Health officials say these recent warnings were mostly about education. Later on, they said violations could lead to fines or loss of liquor licenses. Police on the Iron Range are still searching for the person who robbed a gas station at gunpoint over the weekend. Here's a photo of the suspect. Now, just after 10 Saturday night, East Range police say he robbed the Lucky 7 gas station in Aurora and ran. Police don't know who or where he is, but they are investigating several tips. You're asked to call the East Range Police Department with any information. That number's on our website. A possible deal on police reform is emerging at the Minnesota legislature. While that appears encouraging, the $1.3 billion jobs, infrastructure, and bonding bill is falling apart. Esme Murphy has the story tonight.
It feels like it's gelling.
That delicate assessment of a compromise bill on police reform came late this afternoon from Senate Deputy Majority Leader Michelle Benson. She said Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka was in talks with DFL leaders on the final wording of the reform bill. It was Gazelka who first brought word of the breakthrough.
At this point, I would say that there is a tentative agreement, but we are still working through the language.
A similar note was soon sounded on the House floor by the DFL Majority Leader.
That we are working on final language for a police accountability and reform bill, and we hope to have that language available to caucus by 2 o'clock and to return to the floor at 3 approximately to pass it.
But 3 o'clock came and went as lawmakers continued the negotiations. According to sources, both sides have tentatively agreed to a ban on chokeholds and warrior training, agreed that officers should honor the sanctity of life, and that there is a duty for officers to intervene. They also are in favor of creating a 15-member advisory board that would report to the post board. While a deal on police reform is moving forward, other key bills have stalled out. The Republican House minority is again blocking the $1.35 billion jobs, infrastructure, and bonding bill because of what they say is Governor Tim Walz's excessive use of his emergency COVID-19 powers.
That's not being a chief executive, that's legislating.
Gazelka says if a bonding bill isn't passed tonight, it's not going to happen at all this year. He made it clear after tonight he and Republicans are going home, which would effectively end this year's second special session. Closer to home, the Duluth Transit Authority is back to its regular summer services. The public transit organization had paused some of its routes due to the pandemic. Routes 4, 5, 15, and the new Duluper are back, but the Port Town Trolley is still out of service for now. MnDOT contractors started a major road project in St. Louis and Itasca counties today. The two-year project will resurface 21 miles on Highway 1 between Highways 53 and 65 and 5 miles on Highway 73 between 1 and 53. 10 culverts will be replaced and crews will realign the Highway 53 and Highway 1 intersection just north of Cook. Motorists can expect traffic lane switches and some closures between 7 and 7. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, budget woes hit a Minnesota Police Department, why the St. Paul PD could lose millions in funding.
After 6 months of rain shortages, July has really gone the other direction. Now close to 2 inches more than normal, and another inch or so could come for a lot of towns tomorrow. We'll talk about the storm chance coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS 3 Duluth.
I have lost 25 pounds and I'm still going strong. Super easy. You follow the program and you lose weight. It's just that simple.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Here at Memorial Medical Center, we really care about treating the patient as a whole. Instead of looking at the patient as a hip or as a knee, we look at how their hip or the knee affects their life. I'm Joe Signorelli, orthopedic surgeon, and I've been doing joint replacement surgery for 7 years. It's really important for a patient to be comfortable where they're receiving their care. And so if we can provide high quality care at an affordable cost in their home community, I think that's advantageous for the patient. I think they really appreciate it.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
DBS, your all things basement-y company. Does your home have uneven or sloping floors? How about cracked drywall, stair-stepping cracks, or bowed basement walls? You may have a problem with your foundation. Call the specialists at DBS. They thoroughly inspect your property and provide a permanent solution to your foundation problem. We offer a fully transferable warranty, unmatched in our area. Contact DBS, your all things basement-y company, for a free, no-obligation estimate. Call or visit us online. DBS, helping your family have a healthy, safe, and comfortable home.
We dance for healing. We dance for one another. For connection. In ways like no other. Together. Or even apart. We are resilient. The 2020 census is here. And we need to do our part for our people.
I never thought that you could lose weight without working out, but this is one of those programs that you don't have to work out.
In the first 40 days, I lost 28 pounds.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, here's another picture from our friend Eric Neff of the Barnes and Solon Springs area, where plenty of trees went down over the weekend from those big storms that really racked Wisconsin. A little bit in Minnesota Friday night, but Saturday night was a Wisconsin show from, frankly, places like Barnes over towards Red Cliff. Folks are cleaning up all across the region right now, and unfortunately may have to clean up again tomorrow because there's a decent chance of rain coming our way with a slight chance for more severe weather embedded in it. And if the severe storms don't pay off, which of course we're hoping they don't, it's still going to be fairly heavy rain, running from a ½ inch to 1.5 inches for a lot of towns. And we'll show you that latest chart in just a little bit. But right now, of course, we've got the current conditions at Duluth International. Current temperature is 60, relative humidity 72%, with an easterly wind running 11 miles per hour. Air pressure for the time being still on the high side at 1,018 millibars, but a fresh low pressure system is crossing from the Dakotas towards our region. And of course, barometric pressure readings should go down as that low works its way through our area on Tuesday. Temperature-wise, We're looking at 51 to 53 from Ironwood to Watersmeet, and it's 51 degrees in Ashland. Cooler by the lake because it's still 61 in Hayward and towards Solon Springs Airport, and Superior's Bong Airport as well. 63 right now in Superior. North Shore numbers go from 51 to 57. Vermilion Range numbers are near 57 degrees, and Mesabi Range numbers run from 59 to 64. Border country has dipped down into the mid-50s, and I think most towns will follow suit into the 50s for lows tonight. High temps only in the 60s for a lot of places tomorrow, but by next weekend, the warm spell returns, and we could be getting close to 90 again with high humidity levels and thunderstorms. Map right now shows the higher pressure still holding on to most of our area with a clearer sky, but the clouds are filtering in with that advancing low pressure system that's slated to bring us rain probably by dawn, showers and thunderstorms, and rain totals that I'm thinking could be pretty juicy again for many of the communities here in our region. A lot of Minnesota towns looking at 1 inch to even 2 inches. And in Wisconsin, a bit of a break for folks there. Perhaps only a ½ inch on the Bayfield Peninsula, and the UP may only manage 1/10 in places like Ironwood and Bessemer. So let's get into the forecast here for tonight, where the Minnesota one says, sky-wise, we're looking for clouds to increase as the low gets closer and lows drop into the 50s. And those clouds will spill across the border into Wisconsin and the UP as well, with lows there probably mid-50s for most places. Daytime highs tomorrow, 68 to 72 for Wisconsin and upper Michigan. 80% chance for those showers and storms till about 10 o'clock at night. And in Minnesota, 80% chance for the showers and storms as well. Low 60s by the lake, 67 to 72 inland, cooler than normal. But once the rain goes on Wednesday, the sun comes back out, temperatures start to go up. And then, in conjunction with our next low-pressure system, Tony, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, our next shower and storm chance. And warm again, even in Duluth, 88 degrees on Saturday. Farther inland, probably crossing the 90-degree mark.
Okay.
And dew points go up, too, so it's going to be muggy. Yeah. The warm spell, taking a break for a couple days, but then coming back with an attitude.
So I was right to turn off the air conditioner for today and tomorrow, air out the house, and then get it ready again for the weekend.
That's a very good plan, Tony.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Well, in St. Paul, the police department may be losing funding thanks to budget cuts. The capital city is expecting a budget deficit of $19 to $34 million because of COVID-19. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield looks at what a cut to the police department could mean.
2020 started out in a historical way in St. Paul. The police department added its most diverse group of recruits ever. But the chief says new budget cuts of $9.2 million could mean the force would have to take officers away, which troubles Tyrone Terrell.
I mean, the most important concern for me is these kind of layoffs mean people of color, women are going to be the first to go if it's a seniority-based layoff.
St. Paul resident Dee Walsh also has some concerns.
It's absolutely ridiculous. There's not enough officers on the street right now. There's not enough boots on the ground.
Dee runs a social media page where she monitors police scanners.
We've had issues where there's been 2 or 3, incidences, people that have been shot in the different areas, and there's nobody to cover any other calls, so it's scary.
Crime is up in St. Paul. Homicides are up from 12 last year to 18. Shootings are up from 86 to 110. And shots fired are up 145%. Still, the mayor's office says they have to make some tough cuts. The mayor's office says these are the realities amidst a global pandemic, and they're asking other departments, not just police, to make cuts proportionate to their budgets. The chief says he asked Mayor Melvin Carter to reconsider, but says if cuts do happen, they would likely have to lay off some officers at all ranks.
The mayor will present his budget to the city council in August. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, how the Duluth International Airport is using $2 million to help create local jobs.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. The TED event is happening now, where you're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Hello, I'm Steve Little, owner of Bath Planet.
We are excited about the reopening of our economy, so in celebration, I'm extending our special financing offer until the end of July. Right now, we are offering 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 2 years, so you can get the work done now and not have to pay for it until 2022. This offer ends July 31st, so call us today or go online to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service and down to earth price.
We know it can be scary when you're injured in an accident.
We know the insurance company can be unfair.
We know bills need to be paid. But we also know what it takes to win.
We know what it takes to get our clients compensated.
And most importantly, we always fight to do the right thing for our community.
Nicolay knows.
Nicolay knows.
Nicolay knows.
Nicolay knows injury law.
Nicolay Law, Duluth and Superior's award-winning injury, disability, and bankruptcy law firm.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips Fruitwood oak cabinets in painted or dark shaker styles. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
If 2020 teaches us anything, it's that our public schools, our educators are indispensable, providing childcare for workers on the front lines, preparing meals for hungry families, and, above all, inspiring our students to reach for greatness. Believe in We Minnesota, electing lawmakers who will invest in, not cut, this essential resource.
Tune in Saturday mornings for the Link Ford lineup, where we will show you amazing vehicles on our lot, like this 2018 Toyota Sienna XLE with room for 8 passengers, a power liftgate, and more for just $457 a month. Or check out this 2016 Ford Explorer Platinum for only $483 a month. Want to see more? Then be sure to watch this Saturday. Visit us online at linkmotors.com or stop by either one of our 2 locations to view our complete inventory. Link Ford, where reputation is everything.
The 2020 Yamaha XTR editions at RJ Sport and Cycle.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth.
Duluth Airport officials hope $2 million worth of upcoming projects will help fuel construction jobs in the area. The money is from the Federal CARES Act. It aims to help airports continue with construction projects during the pandemic. The Duluth International Airport will use the funding for 2 projects. First, they'll remove and replace pavement on one of the taxiways. They'll also add parking near the terminal area. Airport Executive Director Tom Werner says this work will benefit the economy and provide jobs at a time when they're badly needed.
The ability to continue with the funding and the execution of these projects is critical for the economy. As other parts of our economy have shut down and recently restarted, maybe not even at full strength, we're just glad that we were able to infuse these 2 projects.
The taxiway project starts today and will take about 9 days to finish. The parking expansion starts in mid-August and will take about a month to complete. Coming up in sports, a big update from the NHL bubble involving COVID-19 test results. Kelly has those details and more in sports coming up next.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
The 2020 Subaru Crosstrek. It comes with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus an economical 33 miles per gallon. And the Crosstrek has the lowest 5-year cost to own in its class for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek.
Lease a new 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium for $329 a month. See the versatile Crosstrek today at Miller Hill Subaru. Online at millerhill.com.
We dance for healing. We dance for one another. For connection. In ways like no other. Together. Or even apart. We are resilient. 2020 census is here, and we need to do our part for our people.
This thing is really dusty.
Helping to make memories for generations. Numi Jewelers.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money.
Super One has a tireless commitment to quality and freshness and a goal of delivering 5-star service to every customer to bring the absolute best value to your shopping experience. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now.
So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you low prices and better choices.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth.
Duluth's downtown waterfront district is the heart of our community. So many of the things we love about Duluth can be found right here, from businesses to attractions. And now, most of them are open and working hard so you can safely enjoy them. Our local restaurants, breweries, shops, salons, and attractions help weave the unique fabric of our community. They make us stand out. And when you support them, your dollars stay in our community, helping to boost our economy. Show your love for Duluth's local businesses. We can't wait to see you.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
A hot topic around the city of Grand Rapids since construction started back in early June. Soon will now be completed. CBS3's Brian Campo explains just what a new turf could do for this town.
Just to see this whole thing evolve has been amazing.
For the past month, Noble Hall Field in Grand Rapids has been under construction. A normally spotty and frustrating surface is now being fitted for turf.
Everybody wants to get on it. You know, they see it, and that's been one of the questions we've gotten almost every morning is, can we go down there? Can we get on there, Coach? Like, not yet, guys. We'll get there.
Back in June, the school board proposed that if the community raised $700,000, they would put up the rest. And thanks to some generous donations, construction began.
We feel like this will really enhance our activities and athletics and also our communities' opportunities to come out and use the field.
The research committee working on the project estimates that Noble Hall Field could go from hosting 40 games annually to over 250, which makes the turf installation key for safety for all involved.
For them to come out in October and not have holes to step in and not have dirt patches, I think it'll be a great experience for them, and I hope it brings them a lot of great memories too.
In the past, the field was only used in the fall for football, boys and girls soccer, and the marching band, as well as the Itasca Community College football team.
It's going to be able to be used throughout the year by us and really by anybody, everybody.
Noble Field will be a host to a 9-man state football quarterfinal game in November, just the beginning of many featured games to be held at the stadium.
Hopefully we'll get the rotation for soccer section finals and maybe perhaps a state game, and also for football quarterfinal games. And the economic impact to this community, I mean, we won't be able to measure it, but it'll be significant.
Now, the same group of workers you saw there installing turf at Noble Hall Field will actually also be installing turf at Hermantown's Corey Beach Memorial Field at Centricity Stadium in early August. Looking forward to that. It's been the season of hiring at Proctor High School, with the boys hockey, boys basketball, and volleyball positions all open at the beginning of summer. One of them was filled today. Proctor announced that they have hired Cole Lipinski as their next boys basketball coach. He replaces Corey Diedrich, who resigned after his only season last year. Lipinski is a 2009 Proctor graduate and has been involved with coaching at the school since the fall of 2010. After taking a break to referee last season, he'll be back on the court this winter, he says.
most excited about is I know all these guys. They're a bunch of good kids, and I'm excited to get working with them again after having a year off. And they're a good group of guys that I'm excited to work with again. Being part of the community is fun. This is a strong community. I mean, most of the other head coaches here at Proctor are Proctor guys. Like, it's nice, and I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited to start. And this is where I want to be.
An update from the NBA bubble in Orlando, Florida, where 12 teams are currently quarantining prior to the start of the NBA's modified playoffs later this month. According to sources, 0 players, that's 0, have tested positive for the coronavirus. That's out of 346 total in the bubble. And good news for NHL fans as well. Teams begin to ramp up for the season reboot. After 2,618 administered tests for the coronavirus, only 2 have come back positive. The 2 positive tests have been identified since camps opened on July 13th. The results come after 5 days of players entering Phase 3 of the return to play protocol. In Phase 3, players are tested every other day, along with daily medical checks. And of course, folks, Phase 4 is next. And if these tests continue, we'll have playoff hockey sooner than we know it. I just can't contain my excitement. That is going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
I lost a ton of weight, 93 pounds. I feel good. I look good.
75 days on the program. I've lost 53 pounds, 41.5 inches. You're not hungry.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Save big money with 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Tackle tough odors with Tide Simply Clean and Fresh. It uses twice the baking soda that's formulated to deep clean the fibers of your clothes, eliminating odors. $7.56 after 11% off. All Kidde home safety products are 11% off. This battery-powered smoke and carbon monoxide alarm featuring a voice alert is $22.24 after 11% off. Start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's the Ram Summer Clearance Event only at Duluth Dodge. Lease a new Ram Warlock Northwoods Edition for only $228. It's another Duluth Dodge Blue Ribbon lease. Only at the new Duluth Dodge, 4755 Miller Trunk Highway, or DuluthDodgeMinnesota.com.
In Wisconsin, we want to live our lives, but we must do it safely and responsibly. While we keep fighting COVID-19, everyone must do their part. Please take responsible steps to ensure you and those around you stay healthy.
When you go out, please social distance, keeping 6 feet apart.
Regularly wash your hands with soap and hot water for 20 seconds.
And wear a mask. It protects you and those around you.
Let's go, Wisconsin.
Let's go, Wisconsin.
We can do this.
Hello, I'm Steve Little, owner of Bath Planet. We are excited about the reopening of our economy, so in celebration, I'm extending our special financing offer until the end of July. Right now, we are offering 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 2 years, so you can get the work done now and not have to pay for it until 2022. This offer ends July 31st, so call us today or go online to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service and down to earth price.
Classic Rock KQ is once again the Northland's #1 radio station. The KQ Morning Show, the most listened to radio program in the Northland. The KQ Trainwreck, the Northland's #1 afternoon show. Thank you for making us the Northland's #1 radio station. 95 KQDS.
Hi, I'm Deb. By April 2016, I had lost 85 pounds. It was a very easy program to do. Blood pressure has gone way down. I feel great.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Mainstream is your wedding headquarters. Downtown Duluth.
When life gives you lemons, sometimes it's hard to make lemonade. But that's why Country Time is bailing out kids who can't run their lemonade stands this year due to coronavirus. The Lemonade brand's Littlest Bailout program will give $100 checks to winning applicants. To participate, children under 14 years old have to write an essay about how they'd spend that money. They also have to submit a photo of the lemonade stand sign they had planned to use. All right, Dave's here to give us a last look at the weather. Dave, beautiful today, but things will quickly turn around tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, clouds are already building in as the latest low-pressure system comes to call, and tomorrow that call will deliver an 80% chance for showers and thunderstorms beneath a mostly cloudy sky. Could be some severe weather embedded in that, although I'm hoping not, of course, because we had plenty of damage in plenty of places over the weekend. But it does look fairly certain that we're going to get a fair amount of rain, so folks might have to watch out for localized flash flooding. Gives way, though, back towards sunnier conditions for Wednesday, Thursday, and then warmer conditions come back by Saturday.
Have a great night. Thanks for watching.